sort of a question for YouTube, but so there's this preference for video content that is widespread across all the platforms, but does this match every brand, and how can you tailor adding more video content to different business models and different niches? Because while it's like super appropriate for some, it's difficult for others to get into this.
Yeah, and the audience for video is different. There are demographics that are very clear around video content. Video content and its attractiveness trends young. And I'll give you a very personal example of this. My YouTube channel, and through my analytics, I know that the majority of my YouTube viewers are anywhere from 24 to 35 years old. When I did a survey of my email list and my newsletter audience, my engaged newsletter audience is generally from 35 to 55 years old. So my reading audience and my video audience are almost totally different in terms of age category. And for many businesses, that's the case. There are, YouTube is a young channel. Vimeo is slightly more because it's not really a cruising through kind of, search engine-y kind of platform. It's more of a house of video. And LinkedIn is now putting its back into video and creative content production and video. And there's LinkedIn Live now, and there's all sorts of, they're prioritizing video in their feeds. And so there's a lot of different channels for video, and every different channel needs video in a slightly different way. Like YouTube, you really got to be kind of clickbaity to cut through the noise. LinkedIn, you have to really kind of be delivering some ROI on the 5 minutes of investment that someone's giving to watch the video in their LinkedIn feed, because they're on LinkedIn for business. They're on LinkedIn for networking and to get answers about their business. YouTube, they're there for entertainment, and so different platforms ask for different things. And so you have to really align your brand, understand your audience, and understand the audience on the particular platform to be on the right platform, deliver the right kind of content for your audience, and to be able to resonate with them there. And there are now so many different platforms that feature video. You have to go into that. You have to experiment. Number one, you have to go in and try a bunch of stuff, see what works, but then pay really close attention to your analytics to understand where you're getting traction, and then adjust your efforts to follow the traction. And that's a process that a lot of people don't know needs to happen, and they don't really know how to approach it, to make that a process at the beginning as you're developing content, to say, okay, what's our content, what's our video content plan? What are our subjects going to be? What are our subjects going to be on which platform? How often are we going to post? How often are we going to look at our analytics? What kind of return on investment do we want to get? What's our call to action? Do we want people to go to our website, fill out our contact form, subscribe to our newsletter, go to our digital conference, buy our webinar? What is it that we want people to do? And so developing a content marketing plan, which includes the content itself, the platform, the call to action, the ROI, and the tracking analytics of it, that for companies, is one of those things that they really have to kind of get buttoned up and hire sometimes subject matter experts to help them walk them through it. Because the worst thing that you see is when a company has been for years putting time and energy into a channel that is not returning for them. It's not driving traffic. It's not getting the result that they want, but they haven't realized that there's a different channel or a different form of content that could drive those results that they want. They haven't experimented enough to know what it is.